And we are back and we are live. We have got a big matchup tonight. The three Rocketeers versus the Hammerheads. These guys have been going neck and neck for seasons. Oh my goodness. What do you have to say about these guys, K1?
What is there to say that hasn't been said? Slurpy, Snail, Billy Bob. Age-old friends dating back to Season 3 where they went and dominated the QRLS and took a championship together. So good together, in fact, the league as a whole essentially said, you guys can't be friends anymore, and separated them, each taking over captainship of their own respective teams and has since been rivaling each other throughout the league in their own divisions, battling it out. Slurpy Snail had the bit of an edge coming in as the MVP last season. Billy Bob, though, was able to pull off the championship in the end. Back and forth they go, and we're into another season where this rivalry is still one of the most exciting rivalries in QRLS history, and we'll get to see how it unfolds going into Season 6. I am very excited to see how these two play against each other with very different looking teams.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys have picked up a couple of different players. Billy Bob, he's picked up Zack Attack and Brick RL, but has maintained the demo god himself, Breezy. What do you think of that lineup here?
Yeah, very excited to see the Hammerheads. So one thing I will say on these guys, looking at them, so Billy Bob, Dr. Zack Attack, Fabrizi, and Brick RL. One thing to keep in mind is the three players that take the field have to keep a player team total team QRLS rating of under 600. Now Billy Bob, as a captain and one of the best players in the league, is probably going to be on the field. And Dr. Zack Attack, who has a lower rating, would have to also be on the field alongside him. However, Fabrizi and Brick RL both have around a 170, 171 player rating and are interchangeable. So the question is, who will take the field? Will it be Fabrizi, who worked with Billy Bob last season, I believe brought home a championship, or will it be the rookie drafted Brick RL, who we've seen a lot of great stuff from? Who goes in, and a lot of that's going to come down to some of the preseason work that they've been putting together and training with, and I know that these guys have been hitting the floor hard on finding out what's going to work best for them. So excited to see who takes the field. Fabrizi, the bit more veteranship, Brick RL, bit more of a wild card. Impossible to really say what Captain Billy Bob has in mind.
Yeah, it is difficult, but I think both of these guys, whether he plays for Breezy or Brick, he's got a great supporting staff behind him, and just phenomenal players, both of them. Slurpy Snail, he's got a whole brand new team this season, due to his player rating skyrocketing, due to the amazing support that he had from Lemur Arms and Wanted Toast. He had to draft two other players. What do you think of his lineup?
Yeah, very exciting. OPS Shadow's been around the league for some time now and has definitely bounced around to a couple different teams. Found himself now on a regular schedule with a regular team. OPS Shadow, great talent and a very good teammate to have as well. Waffles, who's a bit of a question mark as well. Wild card, haven't got to see too much of. Got to talk to some captains. Was able to get some feedback with won't say any names, but did get some rumors stating that pretty much exactly what I said. Comments stating that he is a wild card and he is definitely solid from what I saw. And that was a captain that got to scrim against the Rocketeers over the offseason. So, you got to expect some good stuff coming out of this rookie to get that kind of praise from a captain.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see Waffles here and Zack Attack, two rookies destined to hit the field tonight, and possibly Brick RL. This is a interdivisional matchup yet again, and oh man, goodness, I'm really excited. This is probably the most anticipated series of the entire week.
Yeah. Oh,
No doubt about
definitely.
it.
This is. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. This is the match of the week for sure. What's great about this too is we were able to sit down with both captains, get a little bit of an interview, talked about it, and we obviously had to talk about this rivalry, see what each captain has to say about the other, and sat down with Captain Slurpy Snail, stating that said that the Hammerheads and Billy Bob are obviously overrated. Don't even have to play them to know that. So that's where Slurpy Snail's coming from. And even got to ask on the other side, had asked Billy Bob his thoughts on the whole situation as well, and asked what his thoughts on the Rocketeers are going to be. Um, and he said he had this to say. It's always good. It's always going to be a challenge being the hardest division in the league. But I heard it will be down. It will be a down year for Slurpy and the three Rocketeers. With him having a crappy team, it should leave room for the Hammerheads to make the playoffs again. So all friendly, we hope, all friendly. So, the rivalry's alive and well, and we'll see which captain. Yeah, so you love to see the chipping back and forth here, but they both have chips going against this. Both questioned as one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league, and we get to see them, two Goliaths in the league, taking on each other tonight.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love these guys. They're hilarious. Also, want to throw out a friendly reminder to yet again keep up with the clips, support our TikTok staff and social media staff, so that way we can highlight players and the competition from this matchup. And also be sure to check out our link tree where you can find websites to stores or our merch stores where you can pick up multiple things such as coffee mugs, mouse pads, and even jerseys and shirts.
Yeah, the merch store. Oh, it's great. I actually have a hoodie coming in because it's starting to get a little colder out, and I need something to keep me warm. And what better thing to keep me warm than nice, warm, friendly fuzzies of the QRLS?
That's all you need in life, isn't it? Just a warm, fuzzy hoodie, but it has to say the QRLS on it because it makes you feel even
Well, it has to
warmer
say the
inside.
QRLS. Well, absolutely, yeah. Well, that and also being curled up right here in the booth of Yuvon Rabbit. I mean, it's just simple things that you need to survive.
Oh yeah, no, that I was about to say the same thing about UK one, but you beat me to it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I was feeling a little flirty. I'm in a good mood. Some great Rocket League coming in tonight. It's you can't ask for anything better, man. Good old Rocket League. Good old QRLS. Good old friends. Good old times.
Great old times. I'm looking forward to this, and we are just a couple more minutes away from match time. This is the last matchup tonight, but we will talk about maybe the schedule that we have set for tomorrow. We have our final matchup of the week. We are going to be having Vibe Clan versus Clarity United. That's going to be a spicy matchup as well.
Yeah, very excited to see that one. Very excited to see the Clarity United that takes the field. We'll get to see Alex take some action on the field, or alternatively, we will get to see Cole Tap for the first time. Both incredible players, probably the most mechanical players in the league between the two of them, but only one will take the field. We'll get to see who tomorrow.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, these guys are one to watch. Vibe Clan's built up a bit of a new look for their team, but the Clarity United team is looking pretty similar to how they did last season. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they perform. But
Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, as we get into this one, I gotta ask you. I want to put you in the hot seat. Let's talk about the K1 keys to success. What do you think are going to be the keys to success here for the Rocketeers taking on last season's champions, the Hammerheads?
This is going to be a little bit difficult because I haven't really got to see the Rocketeers play too much, or the Hammerheads in the off season. But he's got a great pickup with Shadow on the Rocketeers, and Waffles seems to be a very solid player. It's going to be just consistency, being able to make the touches and securing good 50s. You don't have to play fastball; you just have to play smart ball.
Yeah, I think it's very well said. I think I would agree, especially when you're going up against competitors like Billy Bob, who just so patient in the backfield. He's seen everything that you could possibly throw at him, so you're not going to surprise him. A veteran now in the league, 2 championships under his belt. He's one of the hardest to beat. But if there is somebody on the field to do it, It is absolutely Slurpy Snail, and so that is really just what makes this so exciting to see. And back and forth we go. It's just going to be a onslaught between these. I think these two guys are going to be battling it out at the top all season long, and we get to see it start in week 1. Again, a big shout out to our schedule makers. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you have taking the game 1 and the series tonight?
Game 1, I think the Hammerheads take game 1. I think the Hammerheads are going to come out strong, and honestly, I think the Hammerheads take the series. And a lot of this is coming because Waffles is a bit of a wild card and would absolutely prove me wrong and can do so very early in game 1. We don't know what he's going to be bringing to the table, and that's a huge advantage, I think, for the Rocketeers because the Hammerheads also aren't quite sure what to expect. A big difference is, though, the Hammerheads have the flexibility between Fabrizi and Brick RL. The 3 Rocketeers, they only have their 3 players. One of only 3 teams in the QRLS to only have 3 players rostered. So this is their 3 that they're sticking to. They're not going to be able to switch back and forth in order to secure, get kind of change the pace like we got to see the Speed Demons do yesterday.
Yeah, that is a very good point. But I also want to point out here that the Hammerheads are sticking. If they do play for Breezy, that connection that him and Billy Bob have would benefit them in a great way, and their rotations would probably be at their best.
Yeah, no doubt. Looks like we got some players on the field, and we're getting ready to have this kickoff underway as this ball is dead center now. Dr. Zack Attack taking commanding control here. Waffles, get to see him take some action now. On the wall, has some time, taking control for Breezy, trying to get the touch. Can't quite get it around as Waffles remains in control, gets a nice flick around, and now Rocketeers taking some early looks on offense.
And I want to point out here that Gene West is actually OPS Shadow. His computer was having some technical difficulties, and he is on console tonight. So that is that player indeed.
Without a doubt. Yeah, good point there. As now Fabrizi tries to control into the corner. We'll try to find a teammate mid. Dr. Zack Attack up quick as you like. Does not get the touch he wants necessarily. Billy Bob there, though, able to cut it in the middle. Waffles, a big challenge now, but Billy Bob with a 50 has the boost, has some time. But Fabrizi up in the air, tries to get the shot just a bit high.
Billy Bob also doing a great job here, keeping the ball kind of like in his possession, playing smart, but is quickly being met by the Rocketeers.
No doubt, yeah, the Hammerheads on some good offense, but a big shot from Slurpy Snail gives a big opportunity. Billy Bob, though, great defense and patience on his end to thwart his rival. Gets that one away. Former teammate Slurpy Snail going up against the Hammerheads captain, Billy Bob. Couldn't get the shot. Now Waffles on the wall, has some time, tries to find the clear, able to get it around 1, has done a lot with ball control. Billy Bob, though, ripping this one away, will try to get his team a good look. Slurpy Snail says no.
Yeah, beautiful play here. Just Slurpy Snail being patient. It sets up a good pass here to Gene West or OPS Shadow, but can't deliver. But yeah, playing very calm and controlled, but does clear it out hard when he needs to.
Yeah, Fabrizi showing off the mechanics off his own back wall. Gets 50. Billy Bob, though, able to clear. Sends this one downfield. It's going to be a bit wide. Now controlled into his own corner by Slurpy Snail. Dr. Zack Attack, though, able to take control. Tries to find a pass mid. Blocked away. Great defense from the 3 Rocketeers, keeping this ball away from their net. Still scoreless through almost 3 minutes of play.
Yeah, and I want to point out that Slurpy Snail did get a critical bump off Fabrizi, who had a wide open net. And just a smart play there from Slurpy Snail.
Yeah, Billy Bob able to get it around 1. Can't quite get it around the other. Slurpy Snail able to clear down into the corner. Waffles sending it mid. Nobody there to take the shot. Dr. Zack Attack, very quick reactions. Passes up to Billy Bob. Puts it downfield. Gets the goal. 1-0 Hammerheads.
Oh, what a beautiful placement here from Billy Bob. Just in front of Shadow's car. Just taunting him.
Great shot from Billy Bob. Last season's championship MVP, showing why there. Breaks the ice, gives his team the lead. 2.5 minutes still left on the clock. Slurpy Snail now on the back wall. Gets the clear over Billy Bob. Collecting will be Fabrizi. Tries to get it past 1. Takes control. Tries to get the flick. Blocked away from by Slurpy Snail. Now Waffles over Billy Bob. Still controlling the ball. Loves to play it slow, as we're seeing. Big demo on him in the midfield. It's a race for the ball. Slurpy Snail able to win the 50. Tries to get the shot. Just a bit wide.
Fabrizi is just on fire tonight, keeping control of the ball, setting up good passes. A lot of good looks here from the Hammerheads and even the Rocketeers, but so far the Hammerheads are pulling through with the lead.
Well said there, partner. As a pass to Slurpy Snail on the wall, is centered mid. Fabrizi tries to get the clear, is able to now, forcing Waffles to retreat. Controlling now in the corners Fabrizi. He's been known to do some very mean dishes and passes. He tries to here, gets a shot on net. Waffles, though, made that one look a bit tricky. Now cleared away from Slurpy Snail. Off the back wall, Billy Bob collecting into his own corner. Centering is Gene West, a.k.a. OPS Shadow. Down in front of the net. Up is Waffles. Could not get the angle for the shot. I know he wants that one back. Slurpy Snail, though, able to clean it up. Bring out the janitor brooms. Great shot. Clean up from Slurpy Snail.
Rocketeers are doing a phenomenal job at rotating tightly. It's keeping the Hammerheads off their game, and it brings them back into a tied matchup.
Love to see the janitorial services there from Slurpy Snails. Now this one goes the way of Rocketeers toward the Hammerheads offense. Billy Bob collecting, tries to play low around Waffles. Waffles, though, predicting the veteran Billy Bob. A shot from Slurpy Snail off the backboard. Billy Bob clearing back away. This ball stays mid as we go back and forth. Tie ball game, minute left. Exactly what you want to see right now.
Beautiful setup there from Billy Bob, but Zack Attack gets a good bump, but can't get the ceiling or seal the shot in.
Yeah, Slurpy Snail looking a little bit like Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James slapping it off the backboard. Slurpy Snail now controlling, moving toward the offensive, have great patience, centering mid to his team. OPS Shadow tries to get the shot. Billy Bob, though, able to intercept the pass before anything could come of it. Now, setting off the back wall of his offense, tries to get the shot on. Slurpy Snail able to disrupt that, and we go back and forth from one net to the other.
Beautiful play here from the Hammerheads. They're being calm and collective, but if they need to, they will clear that ball fast and hard, and it sets up a great pass here for Billy Bob, who seals a shot in tonight. 2 goals tonight from him.
Yeah, speaking of fast and hard, that is exactly how Billy Bob smacked that one. Pins the net, nothing fancy, no solid placement there, but solid contact past the defense was all that was needed. With 18 seconds left on the clock, this is Hammerhead's game to lose. I predicted them winning the first game, and they're proving me correct. Maybe my broadcaster curse is over.
I'm sure that the Hammerheads would appreciate it if it was.
No doubt, partner. Slurpy Snail clears away. The ball will hit the ground, and Hammerheads will hit the first win in this Season 6 campaign for them against a big rival, the 3 Rocketeers. Still 2 games to go, but lovely, lovely opening performance from them. And wow, what a big performance for Billy Bob. 2 goals, 2 saves. What are your thoughts on that Hammerhead performance in Game 1?
That Hammerhead performance was really good. They were all over the ball. They had most of the possession. If you look here at the stats, they had 53% ball possession and domination, and the majority of the boost. The Rocketeers were unable to just secure a couple of those shots, but it's going to be a tight matchup going forward for these 2 teams.
Yeah, no doubt. What do you think the 3 Rocketeers need to do to turn this around? They looked a little bit sluggish toward the ball. Hammerhead seemed to be quicker on the step to a lot of stuff. What do you think the Rocketeers need to rally around in order to take a win in Game 2?
They might have to get just a little bit more aggressive. At the beginning, we saw them getting a little bit more bumps and stuff in, and that was helping them seal their shots in. But as we kind of saw throughout the end, they weren't doing that nearly as much, and it allowed a lot more opportunities for the Hammerheads to seal their shots and counter their style.
Without a doubt. Well said, partner. Well said. Queuing up now for Game 2. This could be the series win for the Hammerheads if they're able to run away with this one, or we could see a tie series if the Rocketeers are able to come back. 3, 2, 1. We have kickoff. Waffles up against Dr. Zack Attack. Ball goes mid. It's a race toward the ball. Billy Bob able to win. Pass it mid. Fabrizi with the early shot. And the Hammerheads back on top take the lead.
Fabrizi getting his first score of the night in a beautiful fashion. Just faster by a hair because of that snail speed.
Slurpy Snail speed. Yeah, not working for him that time. Hammerheads looking very quick. 1-0. 4:54 in the clock. Now the ball ricocheting toward the center field, now on the opposite side, but a similar play set up for Billy Bob, sending it downfield. Dr. Zactac up in the air, tries to get the clear, but a big save from Slurpy Snail prevents the ball from going in. Now the ball floating in the midfield for Breezy, looking to strike again, but blocked now from Waffles in the air. Up will be Slurpy Snail, blocked by his rival on the other side, Billy Bob. Great back and forth we see here. Hammerheads keeping the lead. 4.5 minutes still to tick away.
Yeah, great attempt here from Zactac. Tried to be a little bit predictive and almost worked out for him. Missed it only by a little bit of a hair. And this is an opportunity that the three Rocketeers were able to capitalize on. But we see here the Flying Brick has another opportunity and scores.
Wow, yeah, Billy Bob now able to take advantage here on a very fortunate bounce. Does not let it hit the ground, instead blasts it on net. Little quicker than the defenders, I believe, were expecting. Now pushes his team to a 2-goal lead and really starting himself off for a very solid season yet again.
Yeah, for Breezy, keeping control of the ball is allowing the offense or the defense of the Hammerheads to regain control and play this game smart.
No doubt. 3 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock. Dr. Zactac now controlling in the corner, bumped away by Waffles. Fabrizi able to jump in, tries to find another pass mid. Billy Bob trying to keep control in this and the pressure on the offensive half. Dr. Zactac controlling, passing over to his captain. Billy Bob does not have the boost to control, will concede possession over to the three Rocketeers. Slurpy Snail over one, can't get past the other. Big Debo opens up some ground for Waffles to shoot, and he scores.
Beautiful
Great
goal here.
Cherry. Yeah, first goal for Waffles in his Season 6 campaign and QRLS campaign here. Wow, love to see that one.
Took that one off of 50 in the midfield. Both goals open wide. It was one or the other, Zactac or Waffles there with their first goal of the night, and it was Waffles taking it.
Without a doubt, now Fabrizi has some room to work, and he takes advantage there. Wow, that's how you answer back. Great control. A 1-2-3 shoot.
Yeah, love the muscle ball here. Uses the wheels to keep control of it close to his car in case Waffles was able to get that touch.
No doubt. 1-3 now. 3 minutes, 20 seconds on this clock. Turning into a score vest very quickly. Slurpy Snail centering mid to his team. Now following himself. Doesn't have the boost, but will try to follow the ball. Couldn't quite get the next touch. Waffles now turning back, opting to play for the defensive half. Rotating to the back post. Fabrizi tries to find a shot around Slurpy Snail. Slurpy Snail able to block that one away. Billy Bob centering mid. Waffles clearing away. And the Hammerheads are looking so ferocious on the offensive half.
Yeah, they are all over this. And the Rocketeers are just trying to find a response. But Billy Bob and his team are just all over this. And Billy Bob secures another one.
And I know Slurpy Snail did not think he was going to be passing any more goals to Billy Bob, but I think he unfortunately did there. Billy Bob knew exactly where his former teammate was going to try to clear that ball to, took full advantage of that knowledge, and capitalized, forcing a 3-goal deficit now.
Yeah, this is an insane matchup here. My goodness, the Rocketeers all over this, and the Hammerheads are swarming like sharks at this net.
Yeah, there's blood in the water, and they are taking advantage of this one, partner.
Billy Bob does try to set another pass up here for Fabrizi, but it's going to be Zactac who's going to get the touch on it, but can't quite get it towards the goal.
Yeah, both teams banging the ball back and forth now, sending it up in the air is Billy Bob. Clearing now will be Billy Bob yet again. This one's dangerous on net. Slurpy Snail, last line of defense. Wow, exactly where he wanted to be. Needed it, got the big save now. Oh, a flick over from Fabrizi, almost an unfortunate touch. However, now the ball falling in the other opposite direction. Dr. Zactac sending high into the air. We'll try to find a teammate mid. Hammerheads rotating a bit wide now, but seem to be controlling it yet again.
Yeah, Billy Bob trying to pass this into the midfield, get a shot opportunity, but Slurpy Snail reads him like a book and is able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, and this is why Billy Bob loves to have Fabrizi back there. A great save on the goal line for him. Not an easy save. Billy Bob bumped, though, now before he could get the back pass to his teammate Fabrizi. It's a race to the ball on the wall. Fabrizi able to win. Shows so much speed and a big 50 going toward net. Just a bit wide. Captain Slurpy Snail able to control.
Yeah, Great placement there from Slurpy Snail. Knows where to keep this car. He knows what Billy Bob is going to do, but the other two players of the Hammerheads are a wild card to him in most scenarios.
Indeed, Dr. Zack Attack now clearing cross away. Slurpy Snail controlling in the corner, tries to find the clear, can't quite get it. Fabrizi up in the air, couldn't get the shot on. Billy Bob, though, will clean it up, forcing a 4-goal lead with only 54 seconds left on the clock. It is not looking good for the Rocketeers in Game 2.
It is not. Misses it just by a hair. Waffles, I know, is kicking himself, but he did a fantastic job in his position. If he was any further to the right, that would have been a blocked shot.
No doubt. Is another shot going now on net. Billy Bob almost had yet another one. Big clear, though, for Breezy. Will take to the air to show off his mechanical prowess. Blocked away, though, before he could get anything going. Billy Bob yet again collecting, now scoring 4 goals in this second game. Wow, he's everywhere.
Oh my goodness, this is a player of the week performance, no doubt about it. 4 goals, 8 shots, and an assist. This guy can do it all.
He really can. 6-1, a big blowout, the biggest blowout we've seen so far in a QRLS match here in Season 6. And the 3 Rocketeers are collecting themselves. Most likely this one's out of reach, but at this point they need to be looking toward fending off the potential sweep. No team wants to be the first team swept in the season.
No, they absolutely do not. And this is looking really close to maybe being a Brazilian blowout. And it's... anything's possible. There's only 10 seconds left, though, so this is getting slimmer and slimmer opportunity for them.
No doubt, Billy Bob got a big 50 up against Slurpy Snail. 4 seconds will tick away as Dr. Zack Attack plays a little patient here, lets the ball die, lets the Hammerheads take the win now in Game 2. And no surprise here, Billy Bob coming away with a big MVP performance. 727 points on 4 goals and an assist. That is how you lead your team right there. Wow. Big game from the Hammerheads.
Yeah, insane game here from the Hammerheads. This is a series win for them. There's one more game to be played. It's unfortunate that Shadow is playing at a little bit of a handicap than what he's used to. He is playing on that console, so this may be a rough start for the season, but it's not going to be the entire season.
We made mention to it before. If there's a time in the season to have some growing pains, it's always early on in the season, and this is definitely not the Rocketeers. This is not the best version of the Rocketeers, as you mentioned. OPS Shadow having to play on console, it is a big difference maker, as we're kind of seeing here. OPS Shadow definitely a higher caliber player than we've seen from him so far tonight. We've seen him play very consistently in the past, so you have to know it's almost like playing with an injury, and he's playing through it, doing the best he can, and the sportsmanship's fantastic. But it does hurt. But fortunately, it's early on in the season, and hopefully, it's something that they can help turn around. But partner, this game is not over yet. This matchup is not over yet. The Hammerheads have taken the series, but they have not taken the sweep. But if there's a time to do it, it is now. Rocketeers backs up against the wall. Need this win here to save off the sweep as the shot comes in early from Billy Bob, just a bit high. Trying to follow up was Fabrizi. Couldn't quite get there as Dr. Zack Attack falling down to the defensive end, controlling in the corner. Will try to find a clear away. Can't quite get the clear he wanted, allowing OPS Shadow to work around. A big pass in the midfield off the crossbar, and clearing away is Fabrizi. The Slurpy Snail and the Rocketeers needed that one.
Oh man, I would be screaming in my chair if that was me and it hit that crossbar and went out that fast. I feel for Slurpy there. That's painful.
Yeah, and a comment in the chat says it best. The 4th defender, the crossbar. Well said. 4 minutes now on the clock, still scoreless, which is different from last match where we saw an early goal from Fabrizi, and Fabrizi again almost breaking the ice here, but a big save from OPS Shadow, able to keep this one away, keeping the game even, as it'll be a race in the air. Billy Bob unable to get the touch. Fabrizi, though, able to take control now, sending it mid. We'll try to find a teammate there, but a good backboard defense from Waffles gets the clear, but a shot followed by Billy Bob, and this man can't just stop scoring. My goodness.
He is all over this field, and that placement, doing the bounce shot, is one of the hardest shots to really block if you are not expecting it.
Indeed, indeed. Well placed from him. 1-0. The Hammerheads lead as Billy Bob now finds an opportunity off a lackluster face-off. Couldn't quite seal the deal, though. Dr. Zack Attack tries to find the shot. Fabrizi will follow with the shot of his own, and each Hammerhead takes a look at the net. Couldn't quite finish, though. Good defensive rotation for the Rocketeers, keeping them alive, but the Hammerheads are swarming.
Yeah, Breezy does a fantastic job with this ball, keeps it away from the Rocketeers, and the Hammerheads are just swarming in this water, keeping this ball in play. And
well said is Breezy.
Oh my goodness, this guy is incredible. A very underrated player, definitely higher deserving of a rating than 148.
No doubt. We're used to seeing Fabrizi to Billy Bob, but it's not often you get to see Billy Bob to Fabrizi there. But a great cheeky touch from both teammates, able to collect another goal. Now pushing the lead up to 2 with 3 minutes coming away now. The Hammerheads have to be thinking sweep.
Yeah, it's definitely on their minds, and it's definitely on all of our minds as well. Hammerheads are just so good on the defense. They allow very few opportunities to the Rocketeers.
Yeah, and a big cheeky shot there from Slurpy Snail almost going in, but a good save from the Hammerheads prevents that. Now OPS Shadow in the backfield, able to clear it up high. Big opportunity here if he could quite get the double touch. Can't quite get there, and you can kind of see where that console play, just a bit slower, wasn't able to quite get the read. Now Dr. Zack Attack clearing downfield. Billy Bob will collect, has some time, has some room, has some boost, tries to get the flick, gets it over. OPS Shadow, an incredible goal line save from Slurpy Snail. Now turn to offense immediately, gets the goal for his team, bringing them to within 1 now. Exactly what the Rocketeers needed. Slurpy Snail's been quiet most of the night, and he's starting to come alive.
Yeah, Slurpy Snail was all over that ball. Great position. Great read on the net being wide open. Billy Bob pushed a little too far up after his shot, and there was just no one there to rotate back.
I think that's just one example why it's so hard to sweep. You start getting a little comfortable, and suddenly, you start making mistakes you might not normally do in a game 1 or 2 when you're trying to solidify the series. So easy to let the foot off the gas a little bit. As another goal comes in, rookie Waffles able to seal his second goal of his season 6 campaign. Big 50 off Fabrizi there. Not easy to do. Fabrizi typically very solid on 50s in the goal line. Waffles able to take advantage though.
Beautiful shot there. Yeah, just that using the wheels to secure that was a great play there by Waffles. Love to see him getting his shots in tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of their season. But right now, it's a 2-2 series, and this is an exciting matchup.
Indeed, Dr. Zack Attack falling down on the ball, able to control it around Slurpy Snail. Tries to find it past mid, can't quite get there as Waffles able to come in, relieve the pressure. Collecting in the corner will be the captain, Slurpy Snail. Trying to get it clear will be OPS Shadow, but Fabrizi comes in, tries to keep the pressure alive. Dr. Zack Attack with a big whiff. Unfortunate miss from him. Could have been a nice opportunity as a mid-pass from Slurpy Snail to Waffle. Get the pinch, pound the corner. What a shot now, giving his team the lead.
Oh my gosh, someone put the pepper and the spice on that shot. What a great setup. Teed it off, and just a beautiful placement from Waffles. Whew.
Yeah, I thought we were playing Rocket League. These guys out here playing T-ball.
Fabrizi is here catching it, trying to set up another pass here for Billy Bob, but Billy Bob is not quite in a position to get the shot on net.
Yeah, Billy Bob's so quick at those multiple touches there, allows him to get a pass mid. Now Waffles collecting, tries to fight up to the corner, fakes one here, or no, Billy Bob actually able to bait, play around. Now OPS Shadow control, has some time, gets demoed by Fabrizi. We haven't seen so many demos from him, but a shot from Waffles gets the hat trick in this one. His first hat trick of his career, and what better time to do it than in week 1?
Wow, great showcase of skill here from the Rocketeers, bringing this to a 2-point lead, and it's starting to look a little grim here for Game 3 on the Hammerheads.
No doubt. Now it looks like a bit of a miscommunication there. Fabrizi able to take control here as a shot just a bit wide. Could have been a huge lead. The Slurpy Snail now sends this one a teardrop from the top off the crossbar, followed up by Waffles. Slurpy Snail now trying to follow up yet again. Still can't quite get the shot, but this pressure is lively, and the Hammerheads absolutely need to turn this around if they have any hopes of a sweep. Fabrizi now has some time, takes the boost, has some time off the wall, controlling the ball, tries to go for the flip reset, can't quite get the flip. Great opportunity there, though. That would have definitely been a big turnaround for the Hammerheads in this game. Oh my.
Shadow in the best spot possible for the pass, just floats it over Billy Bob. Man, he might be on console, but he read that like he was on PC.
Some things are just muscle memory, partner, and that one was it. Great shot from him. Now extends the lead to 3, and we will probably still not see a sweep yet, as the Rocketeers came in, did what they needed to do in Game 3 to save off the sweep against the Hammerheads offense. Up by 3, 6 seconds will tick away. The ball now needing to touch the ground, and we will have a solid finish for the 3 Rocketeers. Wow, big game, and a lot of that on the back of rookie Waffles.
Wow, that was an insane matchup. These guys just played out of their mind. Every single one of them. Waffles with 689 points for his team with 3 goals, an assist, and save. Big props to these guys.
Yeah, great game all the way around. I would have been heartbroken to see the 3 Rocketeers go down with a sweep, but they were able to turn it around there. They didn't quite have the same kind of control on throughout the field. They actually were dominated on many of the stats, but the big difference maker was they were able to find the net, obviously. They were able to find it quite often, had way more shots, too, coming in, and so much pressure. Even though they didn't control the ball as well, they were very accurate for the times that they did.
Yeah, these guys just phenomenal play, and they really made their shots count. While they may have been on the defensive end, they were able to overcome these Hammerheads.
No doubt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. To all of those who tuned in, we had 3 matches, 3 big games, and we are fully into Season 6. 1 game left to be played. That'll be Vibe Clan taking on Clarity United on Friday. Definitely come check it out tomorrow night. Big game there to finish off week 1. Von Rabbit, thank you so much for helping out here in the booth, for honestly in this fantastic overlay, man. Want to kick it over to you, close us out, take us home.
Yeah, I just want to thank the whole community here for supporting us. Everyone that joins in that's new, we appreciate you supporting the community. You can always put in a player form. We are always looking for more rookies. We are always expanding. So please don't hesitate. Join now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, and go support us on Facebook. Go check out down below. We have our QRLS link tree. You can check us out on Facebook. We have a TikTok as well where we get to see all the highlights and reviews. Go check out our YouTube channel where we'll be uploading all matches there and highlights as well. Also, if you feel like joining, check out the Discord. Fantastic family, even if you just want to come hang out. But thank you so much. That'll do it for us here tonight. Thank you all for your support. And as always, keep it quick.